Hi there, I thought I'd do a quick review on this Holbein watercolor palette. This one arrived today. It's the large 1000 Holbein. It's pretty big. The original one I had was this watercolor palette number 500 Holbein. You can see how much smaller it is, but it's actually, if I just hold it here, you can see that it's actually still a good size. This is a really old one. It was even old when I bought it. You can see by the old style box, kind of a cardboardy brown cardboard. I'm not sure how old it is, or when they even started making these in Japan, but this is quite an old one. The thing is, I'm not sure if they're making them out of thinner metal these days or not, but this one actually feels quite heavy. The metal feels very solid on it. Whereas, you can even hear the way it even sounds solid. The newer one is, it feels a lot lighter than metal, but I'm not sure if it's just because it's more spread out or bigger that it just feels that way, but if I open it here, you can see, I'll just put the boxes here. There we go. There you can see the difference now. There's plenty of mixing space, that's for sure. I don't mind it being light in a way because it's still quite solid, and it makes it easier to hold. And just the metal doesn't feel any thinner now, to be honest. It feels exactly the same. Maybe it's just that this is more compact, that it feels more solid. But you can already see the enamel is slightly yellowed over the years in this one. It's a lovely palette anyway. I prefer these Holbein style palettes. Even the plastic ones are nice because you just literally wipe the paint into the mix, right? There's no dipping involved, like dipping from one thing to the other. You just literally mix it all in, and it's very, very good that way. I'm glad I got this one though. It's a massive mixing space here. But I haven't seen any reviews of these palettes on YouTube. I just thought I'd show this one quickly. I notice it doesn't actually, it's fairly loose. If I was to stand it just fall open, it doesn't snap, whereas this older one, it's you can see it kind of stays. It's a bit more of a tighter fit, but I'm not sure if that's because it's been gunked up over the years by paint along the edge. Maybe that has something to do with it along here. Maybe that's why it feels a bit tighter. Sorry about it's blurring out there, but along here. This one, it's because it's new, maybe it's just hasn't had any paint on it yet. But one thing I notice, just leave the boxes there. One thing I notice about the Holbein is they virtually never rust. One thing I'd suggest when placing the paint in here is you can see the way it's all, I just basically squeezed everything I could into the spaces, but it might be a good idea to leave the edges, just put the paint in the middle for the time being and let the excess spread around the edge gradually, building up it, because what will happen is as it dries out, if you have a lot of paint here, the paint, it contracts, and sometimes it'll pull the enamel off the sides of you can actually see it happening here. If you look there, you can see just to make this thing focus, you can see the enamel pulling away from the side of the bottom. Now, there's no need to get alarmed when this happens though, because even without if it's just shiny metal underneath, it still doesn't rust. It's like they've treated the metal itself against rust. And I haven't had a bit of rust on this box, and it's already quite old. Why is this? There we are. There's no rust on it, and no matter what kind of enamel box you get, you will get pieces of enamel chipping off over the years, especially off the surface, along the edges and places like that. But yeah, I'd suggest just leaving the paint in the centre, just putting some paint in the centre and letting that set, and then just let it go over it according to its own whims. But initially don't squeeze paint, especially paint that dries out quite quick, just because it will pull the enamel off the edges of the dividers. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Sorry about the blurring of the camera, I don't know what's wrong today. And that's the Holbein 1000 and the Holbein 500. Thank you, bye.